who went very well in practice. Gert-Jan van Doorn was second fastest in practice. Alwyn van Asten, about fifth fastest, I think he was. Werner Dewit, all names we've come across during our motocross coverage here on Go. But in the old days, there used to be many thousands here, not very many braving the icy cold winds and the muddy conditions of Valkenswaard. 2 heats, 14 laps as they get away. And a brilliant start by Carlo Hulsen, but Hans Koenen as well with a good start. It's actually all Hondas out there at the moment. So here's Hulsen. Now let's try and sort them out because they're tied up behind him. Jackie Martins, Jacob Bart, number 8. Hans Koenen, Dirk Gerdens and Werner Dewit. He's quite a long way back, really. He didn't do that well in practice. He was 10th fastest. Then we've got Jan van Oorschot and Ronnie Woestenrad in there. But Carlo Hulsen making sure he's well clear of the others because as they get further into these 14 laps, the ruts are going to get absolutely ginormous. And landing from a jump like that, you could just get it all horribly wrong, to be honest with you. So Jacob Bart and Jackie Martens are having their little battle. Werner Dewit has already eaten up 2 or 3 of the top 5. And there he is now in second position. And you can see Jacob Bart can't really do anything about it. Gert-Jan van Doorn, he had a lousy start back in about 19th position. He's worked his way back up to 8th, which is awesome riding in these conditions, I can tell you. Well, some more awesome riding by Jacob Bart, who has recaptured second place. Werner Dewit now back in third, and we're about the halfway mark, 7 or 8 laps. So Hans Koenen, who had that good start, has consolidated his position and is hanging on in there. There are going to be 2 heats in this Christmas cross, which I lovingly call the crisscross, and is known as the Kirster Cross. And Van Oorschot is having a rough old time out there. And you can see the German rider, Marcel Dornhofer, it's all getting too much. So Gert-Jan van Doorn still hanging on to second position. Werner Dewit still in third position. Here you can see, look, if you're not in the right line, it's more like enduro than motocross. No way. Anyway, this guy doesn't seem to be having any trouble at all, does he? As he takes the checkered flag, and he's a long, long way ahead of the other guys. Quite an extraordinary ride by Carlo Hulsen. And the Netherlands cleaned up with the first 3 places there. Werner Dewit was the first Belgian across the line. He was in 4th position. Dirk Gherkens in 5th position. So lunchtime, dried out, feeling a bit peckish after all that exercise. After all, it is Boxing Day. So time to swap stories. And then back out again into the cold, ready for the next 14 laps of the Valkenswaard Christmas Cross. So here we go with Heat 2, and Hulsen got a brilliant start one more time. You can just see him going through there, and Peter Dirks is looking pretty competitive. And Werner Dewit is there too, but look who's out in front. It's Gert-Jan van Doorn, who got such a lousy start in the first heat, and he's making up for it now. Carlo Hulsen just sitting back there and watching these guys, but Gert-Jan van Doorn is got the bit between his teeth and he's going for it. Once again, a whole row of Hondas out there, apart from Dewit on his Suzuki. And Jacob Bart, well, he stalled it. He started it again now, but he's lost 1, 2, 3, 4 places now. He's back in 6th position. So Peter Dirks from Belgium doing much better in this heat than he did in the first heat. He ended up 17th in the first heat. And you can see how rough it is now. Carlo Hulsen is riding so light. He's making very light work of it. Beautifully balanced and just reading the terrain beautifully. And one wonders if he's just waiting to pounce out there. Look at that. It's as if it isn't rutted at all. Nice and relaxed and making easy work of it. Dewit you can see in fourth, but out here now, Carlo Hulsen bided his time and moves into the lead on lap 10, really showing the others how to ride in these conditions. This is a much better performance by Peter Dirks. Werner Dewit moved up into third position now, pushing Gert-Jan van Dorn back down into fourth. And in fifth position, and he's been there or thereabouts most of this event, is Jaime Schevenels. But the man who takes the checkered flag 2 times on the trot, and a nice Christmas present for him, is Carlo Hulsen. And I have to say, it's Honda all the way down to place number 6, in fact. Hans Kernen, 2 quite good outings for him, I must say.
I knew the possibility was there to win this race, so I knew it was important to get a very good start. And that's what I had in the first moto, so that was a quite easy win. And then the second moto I started off fourth. And well, I took it easy the first couple of laps because the track was very rough and the ruts were awful deep and everything. So I took it easy, and well, I was very lucky because those guys they made a few mistakes. So they crashed, and then once I had a lead, I just continued steady and made sure that I didn't make any mistakes. So that was enough for the win.
So the overall result looks like this, and I said Hans Kernen had a couple of 2 good outings, and that gives him second place overall. Brilliant.